Let's talk about Orwell King's award-winning short story, The Big Deep. It is an absolute masterclass in suspense. But today, we're not just going to retell it. No, we're going to pull it apart, piece by piece, to really see how it builds such a powerful psychological sense of dread. Okay, let's dive right in.
The story just grabs you from the very first line. It's so simple, so honest. It sets up the narrator's entire world, a world of order, of danger, and, of rhythm. But that last part, until the day it didn't. Wow. With just 5 words, the author plants this tiny seed of dread. Right out of the gate, we know that rhythm, that entire world, is about to be completely shattered.
So, let's begin our descent. Act 1 is all about setting the stage, creating this oppressive, claustrophobic world of the Kalgara Deep mine. See, before things go truly sideways, we have to get a feel for just how wrong this place is from the start.
So the first thing the story does is hit you with this crushing sense of isolation. This isn't just some remote work site. The way it's described makes it feel like another planet. The author immediately strips away any safety net of civilization. Out here, and especially down there, you are totally on your own. And this is where things start to get really creepy. The story starts to personify the mind, turning it from just a place into a living, breathing thing. This line, the lungs of a sleeping beast, is just brilliant. Why is that so powerful? Well, it taps into this primal fear. All of a sudden, the environment isn't neutral. It's alive, it's breathing, and you get the sense it could wake up at any second.
And it doesn't stop there. The personification just gets more and more intense. It's not just a sleeping beast anymore. Now it's an antagonist. This simple phrase transforms the rock around them into this malevolent force. The miners aren't just fighting physics anymore. They're fighting a conscious enemy.
And this is just brilliant. It really drives home that constant pressure. We're talking more than the physical weight of 1,000 meters of rock, which is terrifying enough on its own. The story is hammering home the psychological weight, that constant, nagging feeling that you're trespassing somewhere you really shouldn't be. Even the dialogue is just dripping with dread. I mean, this exchange seems like typical dark humor, right? The kind of banter you'd expect on a dangerous job. But that punchline, "We'll hit hell first," it's not just a joke. It's basically a prophecy. The story is telling us exactly where they're going. Okay, so now we get to Act 2. This is where all that subtle atmospheric dread just explodes into immediate physical danger. Remember that sleeping beast we talked about? Well, this is the moment it starts to wake up.
Listen to the word choice here. It is just surgical. A rumble is natural, something you might expect in a mine. But a lurch? No, that's unnatural. It feels biological. It feels like something massive just rolled over in its sleep. And it tells the narrator, and us, that this is not a normal seismic event. Then the second tremor hits, and the chaos just ramps up. And again, the language here is just perfect. A sinking ship. It creates that feeling of being trapped with absolutely no way out, as your entire world groans and just comes apart all around you. The mind isn't just shaking, it feels like it's dying and trying to take them with it.
And right here, this is the huge turning point in the whole story. The narrator makes it to the refuge chamber, the one place designed for safety. He seals the door. He should be safe. But then the author hits us with that killer line, "Or so he told himself." This isn't the end of his nightmare. It's the beginning of a much worse one.
All right, Act 3. This is where the story just completely flips the script. The external threat of being crushed is gone, but it's replaced by the internal horror of isolation, sensory deprivation, and a mind that's starting to come apart at the seams. The story lays it all out for us, this really stark, practical inventory. You've got oxygen, you've got rations, you've got water, everything you need for survival. But it's what's not there that's truly terrifying. No windows to see the outside world, and no clocks to measure time. He is now completely cut off from reality. And this is the moment the horror just crystallizes. Trapped in this box, the narrator realizes the mind isn't just a beast. It's a judge. It's a keeper of memories. The threat has shifted from physical to psychological, because somehow the mind knows him. And that's so much scarier, isn't it? An enemy that can collapse on you is one thing, but an enemy that knows your deepest secrets, that's another level entirely.
And we're not talking about vague memories here. Oh no, the mind knows his specific failures, his personal regrets. They're presented almost like geological core samples. The missed birthday, the lie he told, and then, crucially, the shortcut he took on the job. His guilt is now literally part of the rock surrounding him. Which brings us straight to Act 4. This is where all that internal, psychological pressure finally breaks through as a terrifying external force. The mind isn't just sitting there remembering things anymore. Now it's talking back.
Just one word on the screen, and that's all it takes in the story. Just tap. A single, sharp, deliberate sound that cuts right through the suffocating silence. It's not a rock fall. It's not the earth groaning. It's intentional.
And then it becomes a rhythm, a pattern. Tap, tap, tap. This isn't just random noise anymore. This is a signal. It's a knock on the door from something ancient and intelligent. And that is absolutely bone-chilling.
And then the mind actually speaks. This one line confirms everything. It is not in his head. There is an intelligence in the rock, and it's telling him that he has trespassed. He has dug into a place that humans were never, ever supposed to be.
This is it, the climax. His one hope, his one lifeline, that sealed door, is just gone. It's not broken down or jammed. It's been erased from existence, replaced by a solid wall of rock. In this moment, the rules of reality just shatter, and the narrator realizes his metal box is no longer a refuge. It's a tomb.
And the mind leaves him with one last, absolutely chilling command: dig. But what does that even mean? Is it telling him to try and dig his way out? Or is it a command to dig deeper into his own buried secrets, his own regrets, the very things the mind has been throwing in his face? The not knowing is what makes it so horrifying.
You know, the story doesn't actually end down there in the dark. In Act 5, our guy gets rescued, but coming back to the real world, yeah, that's anything but a relief. The horror sticks with him.
We find out what happened to his partner, Davy. The official report calls it a displacement event. Sounds so boring, so bureaucratic. But we, and the narrator, know the truth behind the story's much more honest description. The mine swallowed him whole. The beast was hungry, and it got fed.
So in the end, the narrator goes back to work, forever listening for that tapping sound. And the story leaves us with this final, really unsettling thought. It turns the horror right back on us. We all bury things, right? Regrets, mistakes, secrets. After reading this, you can't help but ask yourself, what's tapping away in the silence of your own life? What does your mind remember?